Tony Helms is out on his honeymoon, his warm up for his honeymoon, so he cannot join us here tonight. So we're going to be doing something fun, little Disney facts by, of course, the beautiful, sexy black bastard chick. We, of course, always have the Avatar of Decent Humor herself, Nicola. Mihi, Michelle, she showed up again to fill in the southern spot. And we got some Canadian, I believe.
Yes,
Yes,
that is
we
me.
have the awesome Animat, who is also on RVT as well.
Yay. Hey guys, yeah, it's me, Animat, so yeah. Watch my stuff. If you're on RVT, watch my stuff. I'm up there somewhere. Just go.
Shameless plugs.
He is awesome. If
I
you
actually
use
have
animation.
met Adam at. I believe I met him at the Montreal Comic Book Convention when I was working with Con Men. I did not
Yes.
recognize him without his hat.
Yes, if you want, I could get it right now.
Totally up to you.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay,
While
well,
he's gone, I have some good news to share. I spent the majority of yesterday getting slightly lost in Belfast. I skinned my ankles because I had to wear proper shoes. And I managed to get signed on in a resource company, so I am now in the employ of a temp company, so I have a job!
Awesome!
Hey.
It only took
Yay.
me 2 fucking years! I shit you not,
Awesome.
job market is so bad here, I had to go to another fucking city. But they hire out temps and people to companies and the civil service, hey, in my local area. So yay!
go clap for
I am-
Nicola. Go clap.
Go clap.
I am-
Nicola has a new job.
Infinitely better mood now.
Excellent. And if you look carefully down in the corner of my screen, there's a puppy without a cone on his head.
Yes.
Oh,
There's a
puppy!
Yes.
He's no longer in
You
the
got
cone
cone off
shape.
yesterday.
And just
Yes,
to
he
keep
is
my
now.
and just to keep my manhood for this, I got my Yankee Mickey.
Of
Thanks
course.
to the lovely Demers family of Robert Million. Mickey,
Yes.
Mickey Yankee.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm so stealing that. But yes, we are here for Disney, and I hope I wasn't the only one geeking out over that past segment. Oh god, I was singing along with every single song.
I had better
like,
ones.
No, I love this
I
one.
actually had better songs.
I was sad that
Unfortunately,
the Oliver one didn't
I-
come through.
unfortunately, my audio somehow did not convert properly.
I don't know, it was awesome though, it was awesome.
No,
So,
I'm severely
yes.
disappointed that you didn't play the song from Milan.
What
I don't
one?
even think I had that one line up.
You know, the most epic song in a Disney film ever.
Which one?
Be a man, he must be quicker.
Oh, be a man.
Oh, okay, yes. Uh-huh.
Didn't I
Well,
piss
that-
off enough people tonight?
Well, some of the instrumentals are more like epic, like Short Hair. You know Short Hair?
Which one's that in?
It's in Mulan when she's like it's the transition. You know, it's like.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Mm.
when she's cutting her hair with the sword.
Oh, that
which
Yes.
was fantastic.
totally
Awesome.
wouldn't work.
Beautiful score. Beautiful.
That's awesome.
The best score to
yeah.
cross-dressing ever.
Oh, honey, I have a feeling what your commentary will be all the way through this, and I don't care. Maleficent.
Yeah. Elsie, or Suzie, I've determined what will replace the taser, seeing as he's now used to it and enjoys it. I think
Wow.
I'll have to plant a mallet minion in this apartment.
No, you just said
El
El
Kabong
Kabong.
Million.
Yeah.
Million.
El Kabong to
I just
hype
get
up
out of
El
line. It's
Kabong.
like, kabong!
Oh, it'd be
see.
hilarious.
Hey, Janelle, you're not that far away from New York, are you?
Nicola,
But
this is
yes.
me we're talking about. Do you really want to punish her by having her try to stay in the same place as me?
I suppose that's true. I wouldn't.
I love my fiance, but guess what? Her legs would be in the air very soon if she moved in with me.
I doubt it.
This, I'll keep grabbing this every time you do that. I need to. Anyway.
Well, she's getting
yeah.
the mallet.
Oh, the miles being
Just
got.
make sure you hit the left one. That's the one that turns me on.
Honey, for God's sake, right. I'm getting the Disney
She's going
facts
for the
open.
head, not that one.
I'm getting the Disney facts open.
We're
So,
doing Disney. This is going to be clean and wholesome. I have to at least get a few testicle jokes in.
Clean and wholesome on
I'm
Center
sure
Radio.
we can find some like Disney facts that could be in your that you would
Well-
appreciate.
well, there are. I found a few, especially in that area, kind of.
I'm still laughing at the notion that LC thinks that Center Radio could at any stage be clean and wholesome.
I know.
This is Center Radio. When is it clean and wholesome?
Never. When I'm there.
Yeah, but when
That's
you're
true.
here, you send me weirder videos that I find.
I know, the DuckTales one I sent you.
That was your
I
fault.
can
blame that on you.
I found that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Suzie.
What was in there?
I know it's the Webby getting kidnapped and all the weird photographs. I found that. I just thought that would be hilarious.
Not the word I'd use.
More
It's
like
okay.
disturbing.
It's weird videos that I find that I think Elsie will love that. I have to send them it. It's how my brain works now. I can't help it.
Yes. I corrupt
Anyway, yes, you corrected me. Do you want to introduce the segment for recording purposes, or what have you?
No, actually, you do it. Have some fun.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of consenting age, welcome to a special Cine Radio segment. We're taking over the stupid state laws part as the lovely Tony Helms is away visiting his lovely fiancée. So I've decided to take it over. And instead of all the rubbish male testosterone-filled pieces of crap segments we've had before, I'm going Disney. Oh yeah! I'm going Disney, baby. I'm one
The
of the
floating
biggest
head
Disney-
approves.
Yes, I was gonna say. I'm one of the biggest.
Yeah,
Disney
the
nuts
bulb
ever.
blew in my desk lamp, and it's really fucking cold, so I have all the curtains closed, so I can't even use the street lights.
So we can tell
It's
you
like your Jambi the Genie from Pee-wee's Playhouse, or is it Jambi the Genie?
I prefer Holly from Red Dwarf, but they're all dead Dave.
Jambalala hi, jambalala hey.
one of these things just doesn't belong here. What? So
Obey the fucking talking potato head. She is wise.
Hey, no
She
attention
knows
to
all.
that.
what? I don't get it. Maybe it's because it's 2 a.m. Yes. So anyway, I have gathered some of the best Disney nerds that I know. So we have the lovely Nicola, the awesome Mihi, Animat, and some guy named Elsie in the corner. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, the guy working the audio and the video, so watch your mouth.
I love you. So I wanted to gather together some really weird and unusual and kind of interesting facts about Disney. This is everything Disney: the movies, the parks, the company itself. I found some good ones.
I
And
guarantee, honey, I guarantee it couldn't be better. Some of the little legends and tales I was building up to this. So
no, there are some doozies here. So let's get cracking. So the first one that I have, now this is in connection with Disney film I'm not particularly going geeking out about, is Pinocchio. Actually, sorry, before I start, everybody here, what's your favorite all-time Disney animated movie? This is not connected with Pixar. This is Disney on its own. Everybody, what's your favorite Disney movie? I will say my favorite one, hand-drawn, is The Jungle Book. That's my favorite hand-drawn one because of Baloo and Bagheera and the music, and it's just awesome. It's The Jungle Book. So, Nicola, what's your favorite Disney movie?
It's kind of a toss-up with me between Mulan with the music and the visuals and that, and Sleeping Beauty because of Maleficent. She is the most awesome villain because what she plans to do with the prince.
Yeah, that's kind of disturbing.
It's brilliant.
It is. I love
It's the
Sleeping
ultimate
Beauty.
it's the ultimate villainous way. I
Yeah.
mean, like, you can't think of anything more evil than that.
Yeah, she won't kill him. She'll let him live and release him while he's old and can barely do anything to go and save the princess. But he's like 4 times her age and can't do anything, and she'll be disgusted by him. It's like,
It's awesome.
It's brilliant, 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 I tell you.
also she turns into.
Yeah.
That was glorious. Do that again, please.
What? It's brilliant, 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 I tell you. Go Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, I love it.
Yzma. Oh, that's another one I really
Yzma,
love.
Yeah, that's a great
I
one.
love that movie. It's not the favorite for me.
That's
It's
just
Anna.
free. And it's little key. Let's be in a box. Then I'll put that box in a bigger box. And I've made it to myself. When it rise, I'll smash it with a hammer. Or I'll just poison him. This works.
Eartha Kitt. I love her as that. So Matt, what's your favourite Disney film?
Me, without a doubt, Fantasia.
Oh God.
How it mixes music and animation together is just it's such an amazing feat in both film and animation. I just love it, you know?
And it
It's
shows
a
nipples.
technical marvel.
And it shows nipples.
Yeah, in the last segment, Night on Bald Mountain, whenever he summons the harpies have full breasts and
It
nipples.
has boobs!
Oh God, yeah.
That's another reason. It has boobs!
Okay, I'm starting to like Disney.
I knew you'd come back for that.
Also, in the fawn section, where they're all centaurs are running around, completely bare-ass naked on the waist up.
Yeah, but they don't have
Yeah.
nipples. That's the weird thing.
It's true they don't
I
have
knew there was a
nipples.
reason I liked watching Disney Channel back in the 80s and 90s during Halloween.
Yes, honey. Yeah.
That was Cinemax
That's-
before there was Cinemax.
Yes.
The
That's a
Princess
good
and the
choice.
Frog was rather good. That was a shout back to some of the older Disneys as well.
I still haven't seen that yet. I keep meaning to check it out.
You
I know,
really
I know.
need to.
I know I keep meaning to. It's other ones getting it. We have a movie channel over here that's just dedicated to Disney that came out. I was sitting watching Oliver and Company for about. I watched it about
Disney
5 times
Cinemagic?
in one day. Yes.
I love
No,
Disney
it's,
Cinema.
Sky Movies Disney it was. Oh god, Oliver and Company was on 5 times the other day. I sat and watched it all the way through, all times.
Took me ages to find out what was actually wrong with the Oliver and Company trailer. And then finally, when I was probably in my early 20s, it clicked. In the
He's
trailer,
not.
the dog barks. Like a dog.
Oh,
Really?
I figured it would be Cheech Marin.
In one of the wee montages where he's getting used to the gang, he barks as the little kitten.
Oh.
That was in the trailer. And for years, I knew there was something wrong with it, but it never clicked.
Oh, okay.
At least it's not as messed
Wow.
up as the recent ABC trailer of Batman Begins.
Oh?
Because
What is your silly American
because
fandom?
they show Batman Begins, like the movie, and then suddenly like the guy announcing it, he says, this is literally his quote, "He fights for family and he lives for love."
Oh my god.
Batman
Are they
Begins.
talking about the same Batman movie I saw?
Yep, the Christopher Nolan 2005 movie. I mean, literally, I'm not even sure that's what the Adam West 60s version does.
Matt,
No.
one question. Who the hell was he loving? The Bat?
I don't know. Katie Holmes
Well,
or
He did have a
No, no,
girlfriend.
no,
on
Remember
it.
correctly, there was no love
Michael
interest in
Caine,
that
of
film.
course. He
What
lives
kind
for
of-
Michael Caine's love.
I
I
know,
broke-
because I'm a Batman fanatic, so I would get on that subject. We're on Disney. here.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're
I was
on
a very
Disney.
bad
Well,
person
technically it's
last week.
ABC, so it counts.
Well, yeah. But anyway, Mihi, Michelle,
If you talk to most conservative talk show hosts, it does.
Annie, shut up. Mihi, what's your favorite Disney film?
Are we including live action?
We can include live action, yes, just not Pixar, because I go on and on
Just
about
said
that.
animated.
I'm gonna go with Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, that was a fantastic film.
Aw.
Flight of the
that's a great
Navigator
film.
is amazing.
That's
Wish I could get my
That's
dog
my
to catch a
favorite.
frisbee like that.
For one whole summer, that was all I had. I had Lion King and Flight of the Navigator on cassette for one whole summer because it was passing it down with rain.
Oh my god.
And then when
That's
you grow
always
up and you realize that the ship is voiced by Pee Wee Herman, it totally changes
We
the way
didn't
you
have
look at
Pee
the
Wee
film.
Herman over here.
Aw.
Flight of the
on the
Navigator will
same
always have a
tape
special
was
place
the
in my
Dark-
heart because of a video I've done.
Yeah?
Well, it's no, it's a video I'm involved with. It's called Fantasy Movie Memories, where I talk about fantasy films in a documentary way. And somehow the guys who worked on it, they managed to get both an interview of both the director and Doug Walker.
Ooh.
Wow.
So yeah, it's the only video that I know that I can literally, like, you hear my voice and then we see Doug Walker. It's like, oh my god.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
We must check that out. Honey,
I'll
should
send-
I even bother? Sorry, carry on.
What? No, I'll send you the link. Go on.
Okay. Honey, should I even bother asking if you have a favorite Disney film?
Yes, maybe you should. See, I am actually the technical host of Cine Radio.
Well, tell me then. Tell us all.
What the hell is
Share
it?
with the class,
I don't know-
Elsie.
I don't know the actual name of it.
Oh,
I
what's
want
it
to call
about?
it the Knickerbocker Tales, but it's the one that had Rip and Winkle and the Legend of Sleepy Hollow in it.
Oh, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Yes, Mr. Toad.
Yeah.
Ah,
Because
yes.
I am a huge Washington Urban fan, and the fact that it had Washington Urban's Rip Van Winkle and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow in it, that made my childhood, because I'm a guy from upstate New York. I'm from Albany, New York, an upstate New York town, and the Knickerbocker Tales are very fluent up here, so it was just awesome seeing a cartoon adaptation of those little tales. Like, Rip Van Winkle is literally based only 20 minutes away from me. Sleepy Hollow is based, well, depending on what version you're hearing, it's either based in Terrytown down in about 20 minutes away or 15 minutes away in King of Hook.
I'm suddenly thinking of the Nostalgia Chicks review of that film.
Yeah, me and her had words on Twitter about that. Because she's like, no, it's from Terrytown. I'm like, no, it's Kinderhook.
I
It's
remember
one of those
that.
ultimate debates, depending on what side or historical area you're reading.
I mean,
That's
with
a
someone
bitch.
like the Nostalgia Chick, I'm sure she's desperate to, like, have herself right. You know?
Oh, of
It's
course.
Terrytown. I can prove it. I can prove it's Terrytown. It says in Washington Irving's novel it's Terrytown. This says it's Terrytown. Yeah, then why is the farmhouse that was based on the story 15 minutes away from me? And it's a tourist attraction. You were basing your story on a fictional fact from a story. I am basing mine on historical fact.
Exactly.
Well, I can't
Fictional
do anything
facts.
now. There's
Isn't
already
that a bit of an
10,000 people who saw my
oxymoron?
video.
Okay,
Of course,
enough Tick with Take bashing. We're not here to bash Tick with Take.
No, I'm
We're
not.
Here to talk
No, I'm
movie.
not bashing. I don't want to bash Lindsay. If you're listening
Lindsay's
to this,
awesome.
Lindsay, love you.
This is her little
I
dog.
guarantee she's listening to me.
Yeah.
She's just listening to me for fucking the simple fact that there was nothing else better on.
I met her when we were in
Yes.
Washington, and she was like so awesome. And her little doggy too. He's just like, oh, he just wants to lick my
I've never
face.
met any of the people from Tig. I really do, actually.
I've met a few of them.
Lucky.
I've hung out with several. And
I guarantee
My
you,
opinions
none
are
of them
mixed.
know who I am. I was just the person who was beside the Amanda.
Had that before.
I can see Nicole like, hi, I love your videos. I'm the person with the ski mask on backwards in the amount of videos.
Actually, the only person who knew who I was Spoonie.
Really?
Actually, I can see that from Spoonie. He seems like he's a little more in touch with the actual reviewer community.
Then it was quite funny. We were doing the crossover with Spoonie, and he was like, "I can't believe this. You've got a better setup than me." I'm like, "How? You have a camera minion." Like, okay. called me the rest of the time we were in BroCon, just like camera minion. Because I was running around in the balaclava with the black mesh, so I just had the complete black face. Creeped a lot of people.
Next time I meet Nicola,
It's interesting. I'm seeing a minion without a
camera
mask.
minion and put her on my payroll. You do accept wooden stamps, right?
No. Minion treats, though.
Okay, then we're fine.
Yeah. Anywho, I have my list of weird Disney facts to read off to you people for reaction purposes, and because
Hooray.
I need other people to pick me up off the floor. Going, what the fuck? Right. Yeah. So we got our favorite Disney films out of the way. So one of my last ones is Pinocchio. Now, I have down here for the premiere of Pinocchio when it came out. Disney hired 11 midgets to dress up like Pinocchio and greet all the children coming to the premiere of it. That's not the weirdest part. Apparently they all decided to get drunk, strip naked, and start throwing obscenities at the crowd.
Wait, throwing
Dwarves!
what? Centipedes?
Obscenities. Cursing.
Swearing things.
Best
Oh.
premiere
Oh,
ever.
profanity.
But,
I heard
however,
centipedes.
centipedes would have been hilarious.
I know. It's just-
I wouldn't be surprised that Disney would hire midgets at one point to represent their characters. Like, I could definitely imagine that they would do that for Snow White.
Oh, they did do that. They did that several times for Snow White.
But wait a minute, like, why 11?
I
Like, is it
don't
should change around? Because, like, you can't just have, like, 11 Pinocchios running around.
Possibly
to
for
know-
shift,
nope.
and possibly they had some in several areas. Probably had one inside the theater, probably had one outside, and then they would shift every
Yeah.
hour or two.
And knowing Disney, it's probably to get around some union law.
Yeah, so you can have 11, but not 12.
Yes.
I know.
The union law was probably very specific that you had to have less than 12, but more than 10.
I just think if that was me running around as a little girl in Disney when a Pinocchio was running about, I'd be freaked out. Seeing it running after you going, I got no strings to hold me down. Oh my god, he's going to
I've got no strings to hold me down.
But now imagine naked and drunk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's scary.
I didn't know Pinocchio was anatomically correct.
And I thought his nose was supposed to grow.
I have destroyed Pinocchio for me.
Oh!
I know you said you wouldn't, but Jesus.
Hey, lady, you want me to grow? You want me to tell a lie in front of your butt?
You want to? Hey, kid, you want to check if this is wooden?
Oh,
Hey, come with
Yeah.
me into this alley, kid.
Yeah, I got my.
Now
growing
hurry it up,
nose
kid.
right
I gotta
here.
get over to Wizard of Oz premiere next down the street.
We are bad, bad people.
I know. So there's Pinocchio ruined forever. Alright, so then the next one that's more of a shock value thing here, kind of. Apparently every Christmas, Walt Disney would give his housekeeper a gift of some of the stocks in the Disney company. And when she died, it was discovered that she had 193,000 stocks in Disney, which amassed to a fortune of $9.5 million.
She was rich. Rich, I say.
Jeez.
Just a tad. It's
And
good
I
to be
always
a
heard
Disney.
Walt Disney was a cheap bastard.
Apparently not.
Walt
Well, to
Disney
be
wasn't
truly
handling
honest,
the money; it was his
he got
brother.
the stocks
I'm not
free.
surprised Walt Disney's just dishing out money like that. You know?
Did he? Did he really think the stock was that worthless?
Well,
I
he did
think
give it
so,
to
honestly.
her, what, over the space of several years?
I think
Yeah,
so.
but he
It's
must have
every-
thought that stuff was worthless. He must have thought that literally that stock had no value if he was giving it to her. It's kind of like the guys the original founders of Yahoo.
It's his
The
brother
janitors
that's
who
holding
worked
in
in
the
the frickin'
the financial
building
stuff.
at the Yahoo frickin' corporation literally got stock because they couldn't afford to pay anybody because they never thought it would go anywhere.
No, but the thing is that it's Walt Disney's brother, Roy Disney, that's holding that handles all the financial stuff. I'm sure if Roy knew about what Walt's doing, it's like he would just be there.
No,
What are you doing, man?
no, put the stocks down.
You're not allowed to handle the wallet anymore.
You give them a pen, not a stock.
Oh, funny, that's what I said to Colin recently.
But Roy, it's a Christmas gift. Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said for the past 5 years. Now stop it.
It was okay when we were in the red, but now that we're in the blue, knock it the fuck off!
In the blue? I've never heard that as a financial term before.
No.
The
I've heard it a
black,
couple of times.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, so apparently Disney was generous without knowing it, or I don't know. The next one, oh god, this is a good one. Now, there was a 1951 comic book strip which features Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck taking something that was referred to as Peppo, which apparently, according to this, strongly resembles amphetamines or speed.
Oh, yes. I remember this one. That was exactly what it was. It was amphetamines. It used to be readily available in the United States. Never was in the European Union because it was dangerous as fuck.
Yep. So.
Then again, cocaine was used as a mental stimulant for the longest time.
Yeah, there was a myth that I found a wee while ago that said that all the 7 dwarfs were named after the 7 symptoms of cocaine addiction, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
I would highly
That was
doubt
highly
it because
unlikely.
Disney had to go through a list of 38 different ones.
Yeah.
It's highly
what-
unlikely because a lot of the side effects were not actually chronologued at that stage.
Yeah, because I was thinking, what symptom is bashful?
Plus the fact that one of the dwarves that they took out was Deafy. He was almost going to be in the movie.
Oh dear
Oh
God.
yeah. Forgot about him.
It's like he literally had like a hearing aid thing. It's like, what?
Oh, God.
They have a reference to him. The hearing aid trumpet is still in the cottage, so they still reference him.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's in the
Wow.
background.
Nice.
Did not know that.
Although I will admit, anybody notice that in Snow White that I don't know if it's either me or that Grumpy is a sexist prick.
It's not just you. I picked that
No,
up
he is a little bit.
Women are just never much trouble, really. Does that mean you'll go out with no one but men?
It's
Well,
a
he does
sign.
live-
No, I think he was just
He
being a
lives in a
connector,
house
so
with
yes,
what,
it doesn't
6
like
other
change.
people?
Like,
It's
but
never
we
really
know, like, he
explained.
has a
Are they actually
crush on Snow
brothers
White.
or are they just friends?
Okay, let's move on from Disney drug
Yeah.
addiction, and let's see what the next fact is.
Yes. Okay. Now this is an interesting one that gives insight into Disney not liking any, copyright issues. They don't like copyright done. Apparently,
Not on
Disney
the
forced,
internet, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently, Disney forced a daycare center to remove an unauthorized mural of Minnie Mouse, as well.
I remember reading about this.
Yes.
I actually remember.
yeah.
Go on.
Wait, so they actually went into a legal system and stopped this daycare from using an illegal picture of Minnie Mouse?
Yeah, basically the daycare had a mural of Minnie Mouse, and they swooped right in there and made, stirred up
It was
shit.
it was a big mural in one of their rooms in this daycare center, and Disney literally sued this daycare center to get them to take it down.
They actually parodied this notion on
Good
The
thing they
Simpsons.
never saw my school.
Like,
The
I
entire
remember there was
school
this
saw
one
had a
episode
mural the
Maggie
whole way
goes
around
in,
of all Disney characters.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Sorry.
there's an episode of The Simpsons where Maggie went into this daycare, and it's like it has all these like crusty things, and then we see Krusty. He's literally on the side. He was just pissed off that that all the crusty things is on the wall, and he asked them to remove it. So like they literally had to peel off the entire wall.
Yeah, it's kind of disturbing. The one I'm actually horrified that they actually did this. They prevented a carving of Winnie the Pooh on a child's gravestone.
What?
Really?
Yeah. They stopped the carving. Somebody carving Winnie the Pooh onto a child's gravestone.
That's
For
just
copyright
terrible.
That
Yeah.
is just...
Eee.
Yeah, there are no words, really.
That's
Disney-
taking it a
I don't
bit
like
too
it
Yeah.
when Disney handles the dead in any way, shape, or form. It's either
Yeah.
disturbing or scary as hell.
Yes.
I could see this. Like, literally them, like, arguing about this in a courtroom. Saying, you can't use Disney imagery in a death scenario because no one dies at Disney. Unless you're a single parent or a parent in general.
Let me get out my list.
Ray the
I did-
Firefly.
Actually, I
Heart
think
to
I
my
can
back,
understand what
heart
they're
to-
trying to do because kids might see that gravestone and they'll think it's Winnie the Pooh that's dead.
very
few
Disney films.
No, a little bit.
There are
Yeah.
very few Disney films where the main character has both parents that are alive and or do not die in the
Yes.
runtime of the film.
Yeah. Me and Susie are, honestly, we have this running gag where we actually are trying to figure out who Huey, Dewey, and Louie's parents are because they're nowhere.
We think Mickey Mouse bumped him off, though.
think
I
Mickey
saw
Mouse
this.
killed
I
them.
remember I saw this family tree, and it's like with Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They know. I think it's either. I think the mother is confirmed, but we don't know who's the dad.
I think I've got that linked on my Twitter. I'll have to look it up.
Oh, please do.
Hang
We
on.
need
But
to
this ain't the
know.
first time Disney does something weird for death, because I know there's actually people whose job solely in Disneyland and I believe Disney World is to walk up and down the track and around the facility of the Haunted Mansion just to look for ashes, because I guess this is like a huge thing that people try to scatter their ashes at the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh, geez, seriously?
It's like,
Yeah,
really?
there's like there was a little legitimate problem with people trying to throw their ashes in the Haunted Mansion ride. So there's actually people whose job is solely to either watch a camera or walking up and down the track and make sure that nobody's throwing ashes.
Yeah,
Oh.
on that duck family tree, Huey, Dewey, and Louie's mom is named Della, but
Yeah.
the father is just named Duck and doesn't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
face or anything.
First
I'm
name
still saying it's
motherfucking-
Howard.
So his name is Duck.
It's
Has he
just
got a
Duck.
Has he got a friend called Goose?
Yeah, it's Gus.
No,
Gus
I know
Goose?
who Huey,
Duck,
Dewey,
Duck,
and
and
Louie's
Goose.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie's real father is. It's Howard the Duck.
Oh my God, there's
Oh my
a
God, it's-
Quagmire McDuck. Yes.
It's
That
Howard the
film
Duck
freaked
and
me
that
out.
and that duck from Howard the Duck with the duck boobies.
Oh, God.
The duck in the shower.
No.
That's
Duck
her.
cock. Woo!
It all makes sense.
You know what's interesting about the mansion, what they like about scattering their ashes. I heard about this one story where apparently there's this kid. Her mom decided to there's this kid who doesn't like it. He doesn't want to be near that ride or anything like that. So, but in a twist of irony, the mom apparently she spread her ashes around the mansion, and apparently people have claimed that they see the ghost of that kid and is always depressed and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard that urban legend too.
Wow.
It's the same thing as supposedly in Walt Disney World in Pirates of the Caribbean, a former employee, a former worker, drowned in the water during his shift, and supposedly he's the reason the ride breaks down and malfunctions all the time. And it usually only breaks down at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, which was his 2 shifts.
Interesting.
Yes, Disney. There's horrifying tales for all. Susie, what's your next
Yes,
fact?
there is. Let me just get my list again. Now this one is just this just, I don't know, it just pisses me off a little slightly. In Disneyland, there's apparently a prestigious bar and restaurant that people can join. It's called Club 33.
It's true.
Yep.
Now, I didn't actually know about this. It's total of members at the moment is 500, and the joining fee to become a member, Jesus, is
There will always
20
only be 500. There's never any more or any less. So
Is
you
it?
have to wait for someone to either leave the membership or die.
Wow.
Yes,
Really?
And as far as
Yeah, really.
As far as I've heard, it's the only place in Disneyland that actually serves alcohol.
Yeah, it does.
Supposedly
Really?
there's a full wine bar, everything.
See, I find these facts cool and I'm learning.
I'm learning.
Yes.
I really would be interested to be a member of Club 33, but for God's sakes, I didn't know it was that exclusive.
Yeah, and apparently there are fees to pay to become a member. You have to pay a joining fee of $25,000 plus an annual membership fee of $10,000.
And not to knowing Walt Disney having any swastikas burned on your ass.
Would you believe that their fee actually pays for maintenance of quite a lot of things in the park? And the majority of it goes to charity as well. So you
Yeah,
can't
I've
say they're
heard
all
that
about
too.
that.
That's still a lot of money.
That's a
35
lot of-
grand.
It's the reason
a
it's called
year
an exclusive
just to-
club.
Just to
And
go
you
to
know
that.
how Disney and you actually know how Disney gets around actually doing this fee and having this exclusive club, because you don't pay to get into it. You donate the money.
Still
So it's a
hell of
tax
lot of
write-off too.
It is, yeah.
money. It is still a hell of a lot of money. No. Let's
Don't
see
worry,
the
I'm
next-
sure Bill Gates can handle it.
Oh, he's fine. Now let's see. Now, do any of you guys know about the Disney nature documentary White Wilderness?
No, I don't.
It
Do
sounds familiar.
I think
It's
so.
But if it doesn't have David Attenborough voicing it, I'm not interested.
It's apparently a documentary that popularized the myth about lemmings committing mass suicide.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that one.
Oh, this story. Oh,
Yeah.
That's
okay,
the one
you
with
guys, Suzie, please tell me this one because I have no idea what you're talking about, and this sounds like an
You're gonna
interesting.
love this one.
This is a good
LC.
one.
Well, it's a documentary that Disney made, basically telling the story about how lemmings like to jump off of cliffs and kill themselves. It's a load of bollocks. The photographers of it apparently decided to help back up the story by pushing the lemmings off of a cliff and putting it on as a documentary. The film won an Oscar.
Yeah, it did.
It won an Oscar. And it just basically helped back up this myth that lemmings just like to kill themselves, apparently, which is untrue.
Just like it reminds me of the Robot Chicken. There's this one short that they did in Robot Chicken. Is like the lemmings, nature's retard, and you just see them jumping off of cliffs, go into a blender, and then at
Oh
one
my
point
God.
it's like you see this lemming is like, hey, you want to go out with me? Don't you have a condom? Eh, who needs condoms? And then it's like labeled retard.
Oh my god. That's not the only weird Disney related story that's won an Oscar. I believe there's the Donald Duck cartoon with him basically praising Hitler that won one.
Ah, Der Führer's face.
Yes, that won an Oscar.
Oh, that one.
What's the other one? I don't believe it won an Oscar. The Story of Menstruation. The Disney
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that
yeah.
one.
I actually
haven't
saw
seen it,
that
but I
one.
heard about it.
It is boring as fridge, man. It is so boring.
They had that on a film strip in my school's library.
I mean,
The
literally,
story
the
of
only interesting
menstruation.
thing about it was, the only
Yes,
interesting
LC.
thing about it is that they said vagina and that's it.
Oh, yeah,
Are we
Yes,
talking about the
I-
same
totally
menstruation
nothing
I'm
to do
thinking
with
of?
educating young ladies
Yeah,
about their
the
bodies.
same
or anything. It's just they
menstruation
say
where
the word vagina.
the woman's things it goes like
Yes, honey, it exists. It's on YouTube. It
The
exists.
woman's things.
The woman's hoo-ha! As Al Pacino would call it.
The lady part. Yes.
Yes.
Why do I just think that's called Every Woman Bleeds? Or am I thinking of Alice Cooper?
Most people tend to bleed when you cut them.
Everybody bleeds.
Oh boy, kids, it's time to talk about periods.
Woohoo! We're gonna talk
That
about
would
why
be
your mother's a
far
bitch for
more
1 week a
disturbing
month.
if Mickey Mouse did present that.
Oh God.
I like to have Minnie to demonstrate this with us.
Oh God.
No!
Oh, kids, these are boobies.
Don't worry, kids.
that.
These
are boobies.
starts. We have Disney brand tampons for you. They're shaped like my head.
Well, they wouldn't work.
Oh.
They're all shit.
No, what would be
They
weird about
technically
it
have
if
wings.
no, what would be weird about it if Mickey Mouse presented it in as a free gift? He gave her pens and they were wooden.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Pens?
Did you just
You know,
say
I
that
don't-
about Mickey Mouse handing out dildos?
Yes. It was.
One of them will one of them, the handle will be like the shape of Pinocchio's head.
No! Bad Susie! Bad Susie!
Now I'm gonna show you what I really did with all those duck's pants. Is your mom cranky?
Corrupted. I really am.
By the way, you know why these shorts are red? They used to be pennies.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love my show. I literally do love my show.
Oh, dear God. Right, I'm gonna try and find something else.
Next
dear.
fact.
Next fact.
Moving
honey,
on.
this is more for
Please.
your interest. Everybody else will know this.
Everybody look
it-
at the puppy.
Everybody look at the puppy. Yeah, in the movie The Rescuers,
Oh,
There's
this
a
one.
there's a scene of a topless woman in the background. It's about 40 minutes in, and it's when Bianca and Bernard are flying on the back of the Albatross, and in the background, there's a photograph of a topless woman. It's in 2 separate frames.
Not the first time I heard about naked women in a Disney film, but I am definitely going to do thorough research on this one.
You
It's-
don't
it's a
have to. I
blink-
got it right here.
It's a blink
Yeah.
and you miss it
Do
moment.
you?
Yeah, it is. And apparently in Who Framed Roger Rabbit as well, for 2 frames of that film, when Jessica Rabbit is getting out of a taxi, she ain't wearing underwear.
Yeah,
This is true.
it's when they get knocked out. When they get knocked out of the taxi, she spins around, and as her dress flaps up, yeah, it's all there on display.
I do know this one. I knew this one actually pretty well. Actually,
Of course you
she
do.
was supposed to be wearing panties, but the inker kind of got lazy and didn't color it in. So the outline's there, but but they never colored it in. Because back then they didn't think anybody would have high-def HD digital still framing technology to be able to stop it.
It was called a pause button.
Yes.
Yeah, but back
Yeah,
then
but
VHS
if you remember the old
weren't that
VCRs,
high
they were
def to
not
actually be
that
able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Right.
I do know for a fact that there used to be a fun game that the editors of Disney and the animators used to have, where it was they would the animators would actually, for 1 frame, put a perverted pornographic shot into the film just to screw with the editors. Keep in mind, back in the 40s, it was like a stupid in-office game that the animators and the editors would have, where these animators would put a naked picture into the film just so the editors could find it and screw with them.
I remember
Wow.
I heard a story where they did that to test Walt Disney, because they always say that Walt Disney had an eagle eye. No matter what, he will see everything. So they just put in a cartoon with 1 frame, like with a pornographic image, and like they played it for Walt Disney, and then Walt Disney was there. It's like, stop, go back a few frames, and he found the picture.
That's probably a continuation
nobody
of the
knew
story.
whatever happened afterwards. Some say like the animators were fired, and some say they still had their jobs, and nobody knew like what happened afterwards.
No, I think I know
They
what
were
happened
never
to these guys.
heard from again.
I think no, honestly, Animat, I think I know what happened to these guys who put in those single frames of pornographic video. They got
Right.
hired to do Songs of the South.
Oh.
Oh my!
Oh, that film.
Those
Yeah.
black guys better be backlit. Sorry,
Everyone's a
frontlit.
little bit racist.
Racism.
What's that?
Zippity doo
I ain't saying shit.
zippity day.
Yeah, me and Elsie was.
Zippity-yay.
Yeah,
Those
me and
Nazis
Elsie.
were right, and Jews were...
Yeah, don't go there.
Yeah,
we
you
watched
couldn't
that a
think
couple
of
of
the
weeks.
something
unedited
there.
version of the song.
I know. Yeah, we
It was
watched that
a
a couple
very
of weeks
rare
ago.
cut that
Oh,
only
God.
was played at Walt Disney's birthday parties.
I bet it was.
I honestly want to do research on if Walt Disney's actually anti-Semitic or not. Like, I really want to know about that subject.
As far as I
don't
can tell,
believe
Matt, as far as I can
There's
tell,
views.
he was
What
not
about
a
a-
Nazi supporter, but he was very anti-union, and he basically did not want his company unionized, so he
Yeah.
got labeled as a socialist.
Okay, that is true. That I know that Walt Disney hates unions and he doesn't want any.
Yeah.
I don't know what does it have to do with his hatred with Jews, but whatever. Let's move on.
I don't know.
It was the time, the 40s, because Nazism was so a hot subject that if you wanted to slander somebody's name, all you had to do was call them a Nazi or a communist and ruin their life.
Yeah, that's true.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, the government did reward people for bringing in who people they suspected were Nazis. So pretty much you got paid to turn around and tell the government, I think my neighbor's a Nazi.
And I'm sure
Or
there was
I think
a
my
lot of, and I'm
one's
sure
a
there was a
communist.
lot, and I do mean a lot of ex-Disney employees who was turning Walt Disney in just to get back at him.
More than likely.
Let's just say the guy did not have the most fair hiring practices or firing practices.
No.
yeah.
One good fun fact about Disney, I believe up to somewheres in the 80s, it was actually against company policy for any employee to have facial hair.
That is correct, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
And
That's true.
they that was revoked, but they do still have standards. You either have to have a full beard or be clean shaven. You cannot have stubble.
Well, what if you have that epic friggin' 1940s mustache? You know, that paper thin one that Walt had?
I think I don't know. Like I'm not. I think they're all loose with it now because I remember when I went to Disney, there was one employee. He had like a major big mustache, like the kind that's like it covers your mouth even.
Oh yeah, but those
yeah,
are
but he was
awesome.
also standing outside of the World of Tomorrow.
You know the worst
Then
thing
again-
is
Screaming,
that's where
goddamn
he
you
was.
apes!
That's where he literally was. He was in Tomorrowland. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They protected the fads with the mustaches.
Yeah.
I cannot hear the Tomorrowland without thinking of the Now is the time. Now is. I love that ride. It was one of the first rides I rode at Disney World when I was 6, and I'll never forgot it. It's so cool. Alright, let me get my next weird fact. Right, now, this one I don't know about. I don't know if it's true or not, but I just had to get it to find out. Now, apparently, it's not free to hug your favorite Disney character. Thanks to branding and other corporate limitations, what it says here, customers at any of the resorts and parks are only allowed to hug a character for $5 with a maximum of 4 hugs per customer.
Interesting.
I don't know about this because it was free when I went the first time, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know this
No,
one.
I don't think they charge for that.
That's
To be
that's a
honest.
rumor. That's a
That-
rumor.
that
I
can't
mean,
be
like
I
you
don't
could
know.
go
I
to
think
any
that's a
Disney
rumor.
character, like, and when it's a meet and greet, they could just hug, get an autograph, take a picture. I mean, I don't see where to charge.
Yeah,
That's just a rumor.
Yeah, I think that's a rumor. Although I do know that very, very recently, two black families tried to sue Disney for racial discrimination because the White Rabbit and Donald Duck would only did not show their kids enough attention.
That is
This
actually
is a real story.
true.
We will search it.
Yeah, I remember the White Rabbit doing that. I remember that there was news about it, but I never really heard about Donald.
Wouldn't it be the greatest irony if it was a black guy in the costume?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Speaking of characters, here's something that I found out recently that was actually really funny. Do you know any of the Toy Story characters? If someone shouts, "Andy's coming," they will ragdoll on the ground.
Oh my god,
I've seen a lot of
that.
pictures circulating of that recently.
I want to try to see if that would work.
I am so
I
gonna
think
do
they
that
will
later
only
than
do
next.
it. They will only do it if there's no crowd around them, in case they knock someone over.
Note to self about Nicola's last statement. When I go on my honeymoon at Disneyland with Suzie, we're going to Toy Story Land, and I am screaming, "Andy is coming," every 2 seconds.
Andy's coming!
Take pictures.
Yes.
I can
And video.
imagine. You're gonna be like in the civil, like during like the civil rights, or like in the beginning of America. It's like, and it was like the British are coming, but then you'll just be like, Andy is coming.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be really difficult for them to get up from, though? Those costumes have got to be kind of top-heavy.
They're not really.
If I
They're
could bring in
made
one little
They're a
true
lot
fact
lighter
about
than they used to
Disney.
be.
Up into, I believe, 1990 something, I think early 90s, it was actually prohibited for any costume character to wear underwear.
You told me that.
But they were giving a company-issued jockstrap or pantyhose to wear during their performance in the character's costume. This practice got ended after a epidemic of crabs broke out within the fucking company.
What?
Yeah, they had
Ew.
a craft break.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this sounds gross, but actually, if you're ever a stage performer, a lot of times you do have to wear like these special outfit, like jock straps and like undergarments to cover, to wear as underwear because it doesn't show the liner.
To prevent the bulge.
Yeah. So basically, there's company policy in Disney that you cannot leave with your uniform on. You have to change in the locker room and turn it in at the end of your shift. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, up until about the 90s, they did not have a very efficient laundry system. So pretty much, it was no guarantee you were actually going to get the same underwear you came to work with the next day. Hence how the crabs epidemic broke out.
And
I can imagine they'll have posters of Sebastian, like...
I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
just
so was I.
phone calls to spouses, just, honey, you do like the Little Mermaid, right? Funny story.
Honey, I know. I met Ariel after we left the park.
I met Ariel the other day, and then suddenly Sebastian was in my pants.
Honey, I advise you to buy a razor and some freaking very strong shampoo.
Honey, Sebastian is under the sea.
Well, you know what they say. The
above,
seaweed
and
is
somewhere
always
around the
greener
Mediterranean.
in somebody else's day.
Do you know that they will be perfectly happy living in your eyebrows as well?
Like I said, the Mediterranean.
By the way, I want to mention this weird Disney fact that something that LC would probably appreciate, because I remember hearing this in the news. Apparently, in Disneyland Paris, all the cast members, they went together and they all recorded themselves doing something you would never believe, and all in their costumes and stuff like that, all in their character costumes.
I think I know where this is going.
Since LG would like around this subject, maybe? An orgy. I kid you not.
Yay?
For all of us non-Disney and rap enthusiasts, please speak English.
In Disneyland Paris, they took all their, like, they decided to keep their costumes. They suddenly went together. They made a giant, and they did it like a giant orgy sex tape.
Oh my god, I want to find this tape.
The possibilities of the character combinations is staggering.
Wow.
Why am I just thinking right now? It's a world of future, it's a world of cheer. It's
No.
a small, small world.
Oh, what's that? Oh, bye, childhood.
Although me and Nicola can confess, we and her have actually rode the It's a Small World ride together. And I just remember we both got pissed off simultaneously.
Yeah.
We're going through, and literally we see... I think the Italian was cooking spaghetti, the Irish was sitting on a keg, and the Scottish was, like, standing right behind a sheep.
Yeah, you started hanging yourself laughing when I pointed these out to you. The Irish guy was sitting on a keg, a beer, like a barrel, with another one knocked over beside him, and he had a wee cup in his hand. The Scotsman is sitting there in the kilt, and he's next to a sheep.
Oh, jeez.
And there was one Irish person.
Were there bagpipes with the Scotsman?
Yes.
There better fucking have been.
Killed,
There you am. Why did the Scots wear kilts? The
killed,
sheep can hear a zipper a mile away.
bagpipes, and a sheep. The sheep.
I
did not know
remember
what
I
was
saw
coming.
concept art of It's a Small World. Originally, they were supposed to be next to a Scottish Terrier.
One question: why wasn't it next to a hairy cur?
Because only people in Scotland
Scottish
actually know what a
Longhorn?
hairy coo is.
It's a hairy cur. What's not to get? We don't do no sheep.
It's a cow with a very large set of horns.
There we go. Sorry, that was to get me back into this there.
I just remember me and Nicola kind of like just freaking out about that. Like, what the fuck?
So would the American be holding like a giant cheeseburger and a bucket of fries?
Actually, they
I
were
actually
in
remember-
pristine white suits holding a flag.
I actually remember going into the It's a Small World at Disneyland Paris. From what I remember, if you think what they did with the Scottish is so bad, the Canadians, they got it worse. It's a freaking Mountie next to a moose. And the Americans, well, they're mostly portrayed as, like, Hollywood people. So you mostly get, like, the glamorous, like, 30s, Broadway style. I think that's how the Americans were portrayed.
Yeah, been to Disneyland Paris once, never go again.
The only thing I'm thankful about Disneyland Paris is that I didn't go to the Phantom Manor. I heard it's, like, a much more scarier version of the Haunted Mansion, and I was like, when I heard that, it's like, I'm glad I skipped that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The original ride is horrifying enough. How the fridge can you top that?
Yeah, the Haunted Mansion was so... I know. The Haunted Mansion was so bad. The first time I went to Disney World, I was 6 years old. That ride gave me a phobia!
I think they made it worse. I think I heard they made a renovation in 2006. I think they made it a lot worse. Oh God.
Honey, remind me we're never, ever going on that ride. You can go on
The
yourself.
only thing I'll say about
I'm
it,
going to go on that ride. I remember.
The only thing I'll say
going
about
to
it-
Disney World, and that was the only freaking ride I was excited about next to Pirates of the Caribbean.
the only thing I'm going to say about that ride, the attic scene, Jesus freaking Christ, it scares me. No,
Okay.
it's possibly the scariest thing they've ever done.
The,
In Disney
musical
history.
instruments flying all around the show.
No. Oh no, that's fun and whimsical compared to the freaking attic scene. You'll do research yourself. I don't want to explain it.
Yeah. we'll freak ourselves out afterwards. Oh God.
You're talking to a person who knows about the 1999 Disney urban myth, so.
1999 Disney urban myth?
Creepypasta. Basically, supposedly a family was on the Small World ride, and the ride shut down instantly, lights went on, and they escorted everybody out of the ride, telling everybody to look down. But one family took their little disposable camera on and started snapping a couple pictures, and according to the urban legend, there's a picture of a handyman sitting there hanging from the rafters. Yet again, creepypasta, urban myth. It's more than likely completely bullshit, but there is supposedly there is really a photograph you can find online. Look it up. Disney 1999 creepypasta.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I think that's the same as the Wizard of Oz thing. That's a load of bullshit as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be
picture.
bullshit.
I showed it earlier on the show, and basically you can see what looks like a human figure hanging from a rafter, but there's no context for the photo other than somebody just snapping a quick photo. So it's
sure
a
it's like
urban myth.
I'm sure like that photo is like it's blurry and stuff like that, kind of like a Yeti picture or a UFO photo.
It's not that. It's not that like blurry. It kind of looks like Mario hanging from a rafter, like that style jumpsuit, like red jumpsuit with a yellow shirt, which I am pretty sure Disney employees never wore. So.
Nah.
No, I don't think so. Okay, I'll give I think another 2 facts, and then we'll close out the Disney segment. I think we've Disneyed you out enough, honey.
Hey, I'm having fun doing the weird ones.
I think these ones aren't really
I think
weird.
someone in the chat, like on RVT, someone got it right. But anyways, go on.
Let me see. It's more kind of interesting ones that I noticed. Like the first one, guys, you may notice in all the Disney princess merchandise, when all the princesses are put together, they don't look at each other. They don't acknowledge one another. They're always kind of looking away from everybody else or directly at the camera.
They look directly at you.
Yeah, or
they're stuck-up bitches.
No, it's apparently a marketing thing that Roy Disney did. It's apparently Roy Disney, nephew to Walt, of course, was against the mass marketing of the Disney princesses outside of their own stories, and eventually he said they're allowed to be photographed together as long as they aren't aware of each other. That's apparently how it's done there. They can be photographed together, but they can't acknowledge each other outside of their own stories. If all photographed together.
It can make sense. That I can imagine that makes sense.
It does
how
when
do
it's.
we explain Kingdom Hearts?
Well, they never actually.
Disney.
Princesses never came in contact with each other, besides just Sora.
No, but we have Disney. Actually, there was like a league, a little circle of. Oh wait, are we talk about princesses or
It's the
villains?
princess. No,
Yeah, the
Princesses of Heart.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting confused. I was thinking the Disney villains.
No, it's
The villains are.
The villains
No,
have
this-
worked together before.
Villains can chit chat whatever they want. So
Yeah. No, this is just the
But
Disney
the princesses
princesses.
are a bunch of prude bitches that cannot socialize outside of their own storyline.
That, in fact, most of
Actually-
them are teenagers.
actually, I actually know another really interesting Disney fact because my sister last summer she worked at Disney World, and apparently when during lunch breaks and stuff like that, all the Disney princesses would literally go in one corner because they actually act as if they were the real deal.
Aww.
But no. But I don't mean like, not in a good way though. It's not like they're acting like Disney princesses. They act like if they were snobby princesses. Like,
So they're snarky and they ignore everyone else.
Well, that's
Kinda,
because they're
yeah.
models.
but I don't care. I play Ariel,
It's
so
because
I'm
they're
better
from
than.
Florida.
I was going to say, and when Ariel comes out, does everybody chuck buckets of water over her? Go in the pool, bitch!
Hilarious. Well, technically they are models, so models in general tend to be high and mighty.
Yeah,
about shit.
exactly.
They like to group together.
They do.
See, we're here, and you're there. We're gonna hang out here. You're gonna hang out there. We're gonna be in the cool corner. You're gonna be in what's called the loser corner.
That's exactly how it is. Unfortunately,
Snow White would never have an apple for lunch.
By the way, I want a
I'm more into
low-fat
cheeseburgers.
chai latte within 5 minutes, or I swear you will lose your little position as a character.
Whatever you are.
I'm sorry,
Whatever.
you're just a retailer, and I'm like a godforsaken princess. So all the little girls would come to me. All right. You know that little bibbity boppity boutique? They go out there and do their little makeup to see a me.
Oh God.
I do not have time to talk to you. I have a career. You have a job. So
Okay, I have to go run out in
piss
a
off
field.
And make sure to bring me back a popcorn and a diet soda.
Okay, seriously, I have to go run out in a field and give this "I want more out of life" speech. It's hard work.
Actually, but there is a more positive, another behind the scenes positive fact at Disney World. Apparently, is that this is a more happier one than the Disney princesses. Apparently, the woman who plays fairy godmother at the Magic Kingdom, like as a meet and greet or in the parades or wherever, or whoever, she has been working at Disney World ever since the very beginning. She started out as Cinderella, and when she seemed a little too old to play Cinderella, she became the fairy godmother, and ever since then, she was always the fairy godmother of the Magic Kingdom.
Wow.
So she's literally bippity boppity booping around that company.
Pretty much. Like she's pretty much the real deal when it comes to fairy godmothers.
Wow. And I think let me just get my last fact of the night. Let's see. Now, this one I'm not sure of if it's true or not. It seems to be pretty true. But Disney World rarely closes. To date, Walt Disney World has only closed down 3 times. The first, in 1999, when Hurricane Floyd hit Florida. The second was the Twin Towers attack. And the third was in 2002 due to a power outage. Apart from that, it's never closed.
Honey, are we talking about actually, like, saying, like, turning people away, saying, we're not admitting anybody else, people in the crowd going, get the fuck out? Or are we talking about actually them shutting down for, like, a couple hours during the overnight shifts?
No, I believe it's just the just closing it all down for those particular times. It's, it shuts for the day, obviously.
Okay, because I do know they do. I think they close the doors around 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, no, it
Occasionally
closes
to
them
let
for the
certain
days.
people in or after midnight, but only rarely for special occasions.
Yeah, no, that's the only recorded days that it's actually closed down. Apart from that.
That's actually true
That's
for
interesting.
all the parks, actually. I read an interesting fact that,
Bullshit
the
on
movie...
Blizzard Beach. It closes whenever there's a sprinkle of fucking rain. You know,
That is so true,
there is some
actually.
truth. Me and Nicola can verify that. We were in the park, and there could be 2 drops of rain going out. Your announcer coming on the fucking speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be closing out for this evening. Sorry for your inconvenience. Section 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 15 will be shut down for this occasion.
Wait, are you
Please
talking
stand
about
by
when
as
we were in,
reopen everything?
were you talking about when we were in the Disney Hollywood one and there was near enough a full-blown hurricane on top of us and we had to leave the live show? Because that was more than a few drops of rain. What are you doing, you silly cat?
Yes, actually, I do remember that one. I remember because we ran to, what was it, the Disney 3D experience or something.
Oh yeah, that was in the Magic Kingdom. No, I mean,
Like in
we
that
were
theater,
supposed to
we
do
kept running to
the...
that theater. Every time we started seeing rain, we're like, all right, we know this is the only thing that's going to be open, and it'll kill 10 minutes as the freaking hurricane suddenly comes in and out.
That was fantastic. No, we were going to, what was it? It was me, Charlie, Morgan. I think you were coming as well. I can't remember. We were going to go see Fantasia live, and then the rain started very slowly, and then it just came down fucking torrential. And as we started leaving towards the bus, the lightning started. It was a full-blown tropical storm. And I seen the most heartwarming thing a Disney employee has ever done. There was a small child who was really scared of the thunder and lightning. And he was crying, and his mum was trying to calm him down. And this Disney Disney employee comes over and says, "Don't worry, some special effects have escaped, but Mickey's going to round them up now."
Aww.
And this kept the way down, and I was like, "Oh."
Even I kind of went, "Oh, that is just amazingly awesome to tell a kid."
And then he gave the way the
kid
lollipop.
was
kept
terrified. The kid was literally like terrified.
That is.
And then I managed to get a busload of people to sing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is this the real life?
We started with Thunderbolts and Lightning, very, very frightening. But
Oh God, they would.
we got a bus full of people going back to the hotels singing that. It was great. Charlie's camera was out of battery, so we didn't get a recording of it because that was brilliant.
Damn. That
Yeah,
would've
the
been
special
awesome.
effects have escaped, but he's going to get them.
That must have been one of those times I had to change Rob's diaper and give him a burp.
No, I think you buggered off because you didn't want to see the show live, and then we dragged you to come the next day. We were there.
By the way, I want to mention about what Susie said with the fact of Disney never shutting down. This is actually true for all the parks. Do you know the movie National Lampoon's Vacation, like the first one, where they want to go to Wally World, I think.
Yeah, they're headed to Wally World, and they get there, and it's all closed down.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be at Disneyland, but because of the fact that Disneyland it never gets closed for any reason, they decided to do a made-up park.
See, I've heard two sides of that story. I've heard the one you just said, and also heard that Disney, because it was not going to be released as a Disney film, they basically would not give out the licensing.
Ah, that's true. That could be true too.
Wow. But still.
So, as far as I
Pretty
can
honest,
tell,
it's probably-
in National Lampoon's Vacation, they get stuck doing it at a Six Flags.
Yeah, in a way.
But yes, those are some of the weird and wonderful facts I found out about Disney, with a few add-ins. So, yeah, Disney's a little fucked up sometimes.
Oh,
Yes.
you have
Yes,
no
yes,
idea.
it is.
Hey,
Alright,
I
before
made
we
the
end
top
this
10
little
scariest
segment-
Disney moments, so I should know how messed up
Oh.
Disney can be.
God, I love that video. That
All right,
video was
before we
awesome.
end this little segment... and I
Was
get
that the
back
one
to
where you
music-
mentioned that in a comic strip, Scrooge McDuck had basically taken a woman as a sex slave?
The what?
This was
I
an
read that
actual comic strip. Basically, she was caught stealing from Scrooge McDuck, and he decided to teach her a lesson by forcing her to come out to his cabin in the woods and learn the meaning of an honest day's labour.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God.
So it's showed in the next few strips then, you've seen the woman cutting wood, and all the time she's wearing manacles. And Scrooge McDuck is sitting behind her with a shotgun.
Whoa!
She's chopping wood, she's washing dishes, and all that there. And in a later comic strip, the sheriff and two deputies are coming up to save her. And he sends the two deputies ahead to scout out. And the deputies come back and saying there's some strange noises coming from the cabin. And the sheriff just kind of nods and goes, "Yep, let's go. We're obviously not needed here."
Oh my God.
Was the title of this strip Black Duck Moan?
No idea.
new
A lot of
meaning
a
to the
horror
term
movie
Fred
or
over-
something?
It was spread over a number of them, but I couldn't believe this. I ended up reading them and I was hanging myself laughing. Because in the background, when the sheriff is talking to the deputies, in the background is his wee cabin, and the wee cabin is animated to be rocking back and forth. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
If the bill is a rocket, don't bother knocking. If the bill is a rocket, don't bother knocking.
Right. Please remember, he took this woman here against her will. And in the timeline of the comic strip, she's been there for a month.
I can only imagine, like, we see the shack, like, the little cabin rocking, and all I can hear is the opening tune of DuckTales. It's like,
Oh god.
And I got the Donald Duck orgasm stuff in
Slavery's
my head
like
there.
a hurricane here in Duckburg.
Oh dear
Raping, pillaging, paying off your debt. Fuck you. We might solve a mystery. Or we rape you. Duck sodomy. Woo!
I was expecting you to jump in with fucktails, but okay.
Fucktails.
I broke Suzie!
That would be the best porn ever.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I think that is the perfect way. I think that is the perfect way to be ending this stupid state law segment here on Center Radio. Before we end it, I think we should all do something that, for the final words, tell our favorite memories of going to the beloved magical kingdom. Susie, you started off.
Oh, that's a good one. My one will always be, and it's always stuck with me to this day, actually leaving Disney World for the first time when I was 6, and actually going on the boat on the way back to the car park, and me just I still have this on. I have this on video, and I was waving back to the castle, shouting at the top of my lungs, "Bye, Mickey!" And I was saying bye to all the characters and everything. And it always stuck with me. It's just all of them I went through and said, "Bye, Goofy!" I was so sad. So, bye, Cinderella's castle. It was so sweet watching her back then. I was a fucking idiot. But
Susie has shown me this video, and I can verify this one.
yeah.
So, Michelle, you ever been to the Magic Land?
I've never been to Disney.
Aww.
I want to go.
Alright, then what is your favorite Disney moment?
My favorite Disney moment?
A moment like this.
There's so many.
Wait
Okay, it's the scene. It's the scene in Lilo and Stitch where Stitch has run away and he's got the book and he's reading The Ugly Duckling and he's just got the saddest face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Disney.
I'm lost.
I'm
lost. That film was so good.
Duckling. I know that scene very well. That's why I invested in plastic surgery. So, our special guest for this evening, Matt.
Yes.
And Matt, what is your favorite Disney moment or experience at a park?
I think I'll go with an experience at a park. I remember going into Disney World. It was it was, I went to the Magic Kingdom. It was for the happiest celebration on Earth. It was during Disney's 50th, Disney's 50th anniversary. Disneyland's 50th anniversary, sorry. I'm not that old. And
Just say, did you get the gold Mickey Mouse ears?
I actually do.
Get him. We need a Cowman impression.
Awesome. Awesome.
Please stay tuned for our guest to get his prop.
Yes, we're having a con man.
Right here.
Oh my god!
Okay, now bust out one of your lenses and put an eye patch on.
But anyways, as I was saying, I remember it was at night. It was the first day that we went to Disney World, and it was at the Magic Kingdom, and it was seeing it was seeing the castle. If you guys don't know, during the 50th anniversary, the castle is decorated beautifully. Hold on. It was all covered in gold, and there was like giant golden statues of all the Disney characters in there. Yes, here it is. And there was even a mirror in front of it. Yeah, okay. It's right here. It's the most beautiful thing. And I remember during the nighttime, I saw the fireworks show, and oh my god, it's possibly the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And I think it was probably the most life-changing moment, because that was the time when I got a new appreciation to like Disney and animation and all that stuff. It was the most life-changing trip I've ever been, and it pretty much crafted me to who I am right now.
That is absolutely stunning.
That is beautiful.
And the little Tinkerbell up the top.
I wish I had a visual. I wish I had a visual to just compare to that.
Honey, I'll save the picture, and that's where we're getting married. I've decided now.
Do you want a picture of the original just
Start
to compare?
saving now, Suzie, and you might be able to afford it in 30 odd years.
I know.
But our little Irish lassie, Nicola, the Avatar Disney humor. What is your favorite Disney moment or experience at a park?
Well, it had to be the time I was completely fooling people with the accent. That was great.
I was there for this one. I know this.
I think half the chat knows this one.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that, so I'll not regale that one. But the Disney employee who told the wee boy that the special effects.
So cute.
But there
Yeah,
was
that was
one
cute.
night, it was the same night, we were back in the hotel, and I was sitting on the balcony. Who was it? It was Diamanda, LC, Morgan, and Shark Wayne. These were in my room for a while, and we all just kind of stood on the open balcony, leaning on the rail, watching the rain on the lake and the lightning going around and listening to the thunder. That was glorious. Because the castle was all still lit up, and then the lightning strikes were coming
I
behind
actually do remember that night. It was like still part of the first week I was there. The first full week I was there, because you guys were there for 3-4 weeks, I believe. I was only there for the first full week, and then the Saturday after.
Yeah, you weren't
the
there
two
for
Saturdays.
very long.
Which
the two
hotel were you
Saturdays
staying,
after.
by the way?
The Polynesian?
The Polynesian? Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yes, and we're having so much the hidden Mickeys.
Oh, yeah.
And I had so much fun at the last night showing past the hidden swastikas in the ceiling.
You had to
He's like, I
ruin
was like,
that,
yeah,
didn't you?
because every 10 seconds he's like, hit it, Mickey, hit it, Mickey, hit it, Mickey. He was pointing them all out, and then we were sitting in the lobby, and I just looked up at the ceiling tile and go, hit it, swastika. He goes, huh? I was like, see the pattern? He goes, yeah. Take away the square. And he was like, oh my fucking god.
You're a bad
By the way,
man,
this
Elsie.
is like the square, like there's this square there's like this square pattern, and it has the outline of the swastika. So if you took away the outline of the square, it was literally a swastika.
Oh my god.
By the way, I like to wear my Mickey hat like this, like kind of like a Jewish cap. It fits very well on my head, and my hair covers like the front of it, so it looks like I actually have Mickey ears.
Oh boy.
What are they called?
La Mickey.
Yarmulke, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
before
Knowledge
Mickey!
Ism is lacking.
Kneel before the mouse.
You kneel. And keep your hands.
He is our God. You must worship him, or he will steal your pants.
Yes, he will.
Actually, before I get to mine, I think I have to explain that joke. Me and Suzie actually have a running gag whenever we watch Disney films, because if you notice, all the ducks in old Disney films, in
They don't wear
cartoons
pants.
Don't wear pants. So I came up with a solution on this. I figured out why this happens. It's because Mickey has a weird pants duck fetish, and he has gone around and stole all the pants of all the ducks in all of Disney.
Apart from Launchpad.
Yes. That's actually why Launchpad left Duckburg and went to Duckburg and joined fucking Darkwing Duck. He was
Wait, he
fleeing
left Duckburg
for his
and went to
pants.
Duckburg.
I ain't going around naked. I'm gonna go see what Darkwing Duck's doing.
I will go to Duckburg, where there's worse criminals to worry about than Mickey.
But doesn't Darkwing Duck not wear pants either?
No.
He
No,
doesn't
he
wear
doesn't.
Darkwing has
At that
pants.
point, it became
But does he?
fashionable for a duck not to wear pants.
No, but it's Mickey Mouse that's still small.
M-I-C-K-E-Y.
What does he do with the pants? Do you just sniff them?
He's just kind of
I-
he has like a vault. He has like this little vault, and he dives into it just like Scrooge does.
Yeah.
Jump around in other
What, does he
pants
do
and
like
pants,
freaking Scrooge McDuck with his money?
Yeah.
And then he spits out
my
pants? Does he like come out as
He's
like...
like chewing on the crotch of Donald Duck's pants. Like, I got you.
Another duck's been added to my collection. Oh boy!
Oh, boy!
Why don't we buy that damn Warner Brothers again Daffy's?
I apologize. I was incorrect.
What
Darkwing
you
does not have
watches?
pants.
No, he doesn't. But like I said, at that point, it was fashionable for a duck not to wear pants. And there's a theory behind this. Everything that happened in Darkwing Duck is actually in the future of what happened in Duckburg during DuckTales. And you know how I know this? Because Launchpad always said he used to work for Scrooge McDuck in Darkwing Duck.
Didn't Scrooge McDuck make an appearance in thing for...
No, I don't believe he did. I know Gizmo Duck did. Gizmo Duck did make a couple appearances, but Scrooge never did. And Launchpad always referred to him as his former boss.
But that
Which
got
means
explained
everything
in the
happening
comics.
everything that happened in Darkwing Duck happened in future time from DuckTales. Because at that point he's left Duckburg and he moved to he left Duckburg and he moved to freaking Darkwing Duck's territory. So he left. Everything in Darkwing Duck is actually in the future of what happened in DuckTales.
So it's like a sequel spin-off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting.
I'm not kidding. Look,
Brother.
if you watch the episodes, it will prove it. Launchpad always referred to Scrooge McDuck as his former employer.
And more pants were stolen.
Yes. So he fled to Duckburg to save his pants. Either that or that the fact that he was in so many different crashes, Mickey did not want him.
Well, they are kind of brown.
He is an insurance liability, that Launchpad.
Let's face it, the guy was in a lot of crashes and his pants were brown. Let's put the fucking thing
Oh,
together. Especially the fact that both pilots wore white pants.
Maybe that's the reason why Mickey didn't grab Launchpad's pants.
Huh? That's nasty!
I'm gonna take your pants. Ew.
You're all terrible, terrible people.
Mickey not touching that with a 10-foot barge pole. Oh boy!
I'll let you keep them. But I demand that Darkwing Duck's pants.
Okay,
Gosling.
right. No, we don't talk about Gosling. Anyway, yes, I think we've grossed out our childhoods enough.
Welcome to Center
I
Radio,
know, I
people.
know.
If this is your first time watching and replay, join us every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, on rbtentertainment.com, thezerolovel.com, Ustream, and follow me on Twitter at LC12203. Suzie, what's your final plug-in tonight?
My childhood went bye-bye quite a while ago.
Her childhood went away like all the duck pants.
Exactly.
Duck pants. Woo.
Duck pants. That's the name of this segment, I think. Duck pants.
Nicola, what's your final words of the night?
Fuck tails. Woo. Anyway,
And
this was
me,
enjoyable.
my southern little belle. What do you got to say?
I'm gonna go with duck tits.
Why would a duck need tits? They're a bird. They lay eggs. They no need from a million glands.
I know.
That was my
Inspire
main
thousands
problem
of
with that.
fucking fanfic writers.
I don't know. Oh, hello.
And Anna Matt, welcome to
Yeah.
Center Radio. Your first appearance here. What's your final words? And hopefully you're not too horrified.
Oh, I'm having a blast. Trust me, I'm far from horrified. And my final words.
So far, he's horny. Sorry.
No, actually, the real question. Final words. Do
Do
you
we
have
do this
a
again?
duck dick? Woo!
Oh my god.
That was an LC level joke. I'm sorry.
Perfect timing.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
So yeah, my final words are. When do we do this again?
Next Saturday.
Ah,
Yes.
anyway.
You were coming back, Matt. You were coming back.
Honestly,
All right.
Anna Matt, you've been so good. I think we actually need to do this. It's a schizo night, so we have to do it twice. I think Susie needs to go back in the vault and find some more bizarre Disney facts for next week.
If you want,
Oh,
I can help you find some more.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I'll give you the segment. You do it.
Yes.
Find us the weirdest, dirtiest, most fucked up Disney facts you can find.
Oh, this will be
Yeah.
a blast.
But one
That'll be
condition.
awesome.
I have a feeling you,
You need
may
to wear a
have
Mickey
opened
thong.
the floodgates.
Yes.
Trust me, as a Disney expert, I know a lot of weird things about it. So
This will be fun.
I feel dirty.
Not as
Oh,
dirty
my
as
job.
me. Oh boy.
not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
I
You
need
do
to hug
that
my
way too well, Susie.
Huh? Hey,
Oh,
at least it's
God.
not the Elmo voice.
Hey, at least I don't make Elsie dress up as Mickey Mouse for date nights.
That
she
we
makes me
know
dress as
of.
Howdy.
That you know of. It's Snarf. Anyway.
No, get it right. It's Woody. I got the yellow hat and the flannel shirt.
Yes, it's Woody.
Like,
For obvious reasons.
yo, we're gonna have a little shootout here. I'll give it a count of 10.
Oh, Susie, there's a snake in my boot.
No, actually,
That's
no. In
not
all
your boot,
fairness,
that's your
in all
pants.
fairness, she actually makes me dress up as Buzz Lightyear.
Yes, to infinity and beyond.
That way,
So
when
what,
I'm
you
behind her, I
finish
can
in
go
Lightspeed? That
to
doesn't sound very
infinity
enjoyable,
and
Susie.
beyond.
Yeah, but you've nearly broken my hip a few times when you fly on the bed.
Well, I'm sorry, the costume's wings don't work. They're very authentic.
Oh god.
All right, I think that's enough for us here tonight on Center Radio. Join us again next week, 6 p.m. Eastern, on Ustream, RVTEntertainment.com, and Channel Zero. I gotta get back to the music.
Oh god.
Night, everyone.
Night.